For the past 2 years, in the online, we are buying more products. Online purchases increased drastically for the past 2 years because of the COVID effect. Everybody looking to buy in the online itself rather than going to any of the shop to buy. For the past 1.5 years to 2 years, it is increased like anything. The people who never used online buying, those people also started buying for the past 1.5 years. In every family, at least minimum one transaction in a month in the online. Even only one transaction from a family in 1 month. Several families are there. Definitely, lot of transactions will be. For the past 1.5 years, lot of online transactions. Every business, every business started doing something in the online. Every business started doing some or other in the online. Not only it is a online sale, even online services. Some or other way, because of customers are not going to any business for buying purpose or getting a services purpose. Now, business is looking for alternative. Customers are not going to the business. Definitely, business has to think some alternatives. That alternative is nothing but online. Before 2 years, definitely online is very less usage. Not very less, but while comparing to current scenario, it may be a less. Now everything is exposed to online, not only buying, not only sales. Everything is in the online itself. You can see meeting a doctor, listening to classes. Mainly, you don't require to meet a doctor personally nowadays. You can take the appointment in the online. You can get a consultation in the online itself. Similarly, kids are not going to the school. Their classes are in the online. Not only online, but everything is moved to online. Because of this, lot of demand happened to online. Online, it can be buy or it can be service. So whatever you do in the online with respect to buy or with respect to even service is completely called as a e-commerce. Come on. It comes in e-commerce domain. First and foremost one, what is domain? What is domain? A major business area. A major business area is considered as a domain. Banking is one domain. Insurance is one domain. Finance is one domain. Healthcare is one domain. Telecom is one domain. Similarly, online services, online services, you can call like a e-commerce domain. I repeat once again, domain is a major area of the business. Major area of the business is called as a domain. Banking is one domain, finance is one domain, insurance is one domain, healthcare is one domain, telecom is one domain, even education is one domain. Sorry. Likewise, lot of domains are there. Among all the domains, you can treat e-commerce also one domain. What we do in the e-commerce domain? In the e-commerce domain, getting everything in the online, not only buying a product, even getting some kind of services, also comes under e-commerce domain. E-commerce domain. We understood what is a domain, then we understood e-commerce domain. E-commerce, either buying or getting a service. Not only buying, even getting a service is also e-commerce. If you buy anything in the online, if you get a service in the online, then we can call that as a e-commerce. E-commerce. Electronic commerce. We can buy from the house itself. We can get a service from the house itself. You can buy in the online from the house. You can get a service in the online from the house. How services can be in the online? How services can be in the online? A very simple doctor consultation. It's happening in the online nowadays. We cannot say like every doctor consultation will be in the online. 80% of consultations can be in the online. You can able to address 80% of queries by the patients, but still 20% of queries may not be able to answer in the online. Definitely a lot of investigation is required. But 80% it is a bigger one. It is happening in the online itself. Now, what could be the advantages? What could be the advantages in the e-commerce domain compared to traditional commerce? Traditional commerce means not in the online. You are going to the shop to buy. You are going to the hospital to get a service. So something like a physically. What are the advantages in e-commerce? Everybody knows like several advantages in the e-commerce. Very important one is time saving. We don't require to go to the shops. In this um, more traffics. If we consider cities like a Bangalore or Mumbai or Delhi, more traffic. Going to shops, buying, it may be like a very difficult to the customer in the traffic days. In case of e-commerce, no traffic will be effective. You can open a system or a mobile. You can search whatever you wanted. You can place an order. So time is reducing, even effort also reducing. No need of going to kilometers together in the traffic to buy any of the product. So from the house itself, we can buy a product. From the house itself, we can get any service. This is one of the biggest advantage. The second one, we will be having lot of collections to compare. You can able to see variety of products from the internet, from the house itself. If you go to the shop, then whatever products are displaying by the shopkeeper, that only you can able to see. If it is a online, you can go to different websites. You can check it out various products. You can keep going through each and every product, every information, and you can take a decision. Even you can compare the prices. You can compare the features. You can check it out. Previous customers review. It is very important, guys. If you go to the shop where you can see previous customers review, anyhow, shopkeeper will not be telling like these are the previous customers review for this particular product. Even though he is telling, he will tell like a 5 out of 5 ratings only. Why? Because he has to sell his product. In case of online, you can see the reviews. You can clearly check it out how previous customers felt on this particular product, what kind of suggestions they have given. What else required a customer is minimizing the time. Is minimizing the time. Later, he's having a vast variety of comparisons. Vast variety. Lot of websites he can compare and he can find out which is the best in his budget. The third one, previous customers reviews. Previous customers reviews. Still lot more advantages are there. We can consider these three are the top advantages. Time is reducing, variety of options to the online customer, variety of options he can able to compare in across several products. Third one, he will come to know exactly how previous customers felt on this particular product. Nowadays, catalog is providing detailed information about a product. Like every side of the product we can able to see in the online. Lot of very closer images, closer videos through that. You can able to get a very good impression in the product. You can have a lot of time to consider which is good, which is not good. Likewise, lot more advantages we can see. Mainly, What is the disadvantage? Come on, guys. Disadvantage. Every business, every product, every process, there will be some disadvantages. We have to consider whether advantages are overcoming with the disadvantages or not. Here also, disadvantages are there, we need to overcome somehow. The main disadvantage is everybody. The main disadvantage is customer doesn't have the real touch and feel. Customer doesn't have touch and feel, a kind of something like a observation. It is a main disadvantage. It is a main disadvantage in case of e-commerce. Customers not able to get a real touch and feel. Some customers will be looking for that, not able to take a decision on in the online because if they don't have a real touch and feel. This is one of the disadvantage. We can say like a main disadvantage. The second disadvantage is customer should trust whoever trying to buy, whoever trying to buy a product, he has to trust on the business from where he's trying to buy. Most of the times we may be getting different product rather than whatever product we made a order. It may be different product or it may be not with the quality whatever they are showing while buying a product. While buying a product, there may be a different qualities they are showing. Finally, it may not have those many qualities while delivering. So here trust is very, very important. If any business losing that trust, then customers may not be going to that business. That is why all these e-commerce based businesses, they're giving more preference to believeness. If you go to e-commerce, any website like Amazon, Flipkart, lot more, always they're trying to provide 100% genuineness, believeness, even though they're providing lot of care in case of guaranteed product delivery. Still there may be some places going different products are weaker products, not the product whatever chosen by the customer, or at least like a quality wise it may be little less. So totally two disadvantages. Please observe. First one, there is no real touch and feel. Second one, believeness, trust. Believeness or trust. So customers should believe on getting a right product from his selection. Whatever he selected, same product he should get it. That is like a believeness from the business. You can treat business as a Amazon.in, Flipkart.com. These businesses should maintain genuineness on delivery of the product. There is one more disadvantage. Some customers may not be willing to use their debit card or credit card in the online transfers. So maybe in the early 2000, most of the people were carrying on using a debit card and credit card. But now, most of the people believing on payment gateway. But still, there are very few people who are scaring, who are not willing to give their card information in the online, even through net banking. Also, some of the people not willing to come forward. But it was like in 2000 or early 2000s, or even late 2010, early 2000, late 2000, people are scaring more on providing a bank information in the online for their credit card or debit card or net banking. Now, I cannot say more people. Still, there are some people who are not willing to give their bank information in the online. So we are keep hearing here and there like some kind of malpractices with online shopping. Because of that, people are scamming. But after HTTPS, that is secured protocol, after HTTPS, most of the frauds are reduced. Hackers are not able to find customer card numbers or card details by the hackers. HTTPS, it's a revolution to the e-commerce business. Before HTTPS, there was lot of frauds in the online transactions. Now I can say like a more secure. With respect to security, it's more secure, but still some customers are not willing to use online transfer. So we have seen what is a domain. We have seen what is e-commerce domain. Then we have seen advantages in e-commerce, disadvantages in the e-commerce. Now let us see types of e-commerce. What are the different types of e-commerce? You may be keep hearing about B2B, B2C, C2B, C2C. What are those? Different types of e-commerce, mainly guys. First one, B2B, stands for business to business. Stands for business to business. Here, transactions will happen between two businesses, not like a transaction doing by end consumer. Please observe, one business buying something from another business. Here, consumer not involved, business to business. Something like one company buying some products or services from another company, business to business. One company, one business, buying something from another business, that is from another company. Please observe, TV manufacturers, they may be purchasing some parts from another companies. TV manufacturer, he's not manufacturing every part from his mechanical unit. He may be purchasing some of the ready-made products from other mechanical company, other electronics company, other electrical company. Let us consider two businesses. One is ABC Corporation, second one is XYZ Corporation. XYZ Corporation developing some spare parts, whatever required for a TV. Then ABC Corporation buying some of the spare parts from the XYZ and trying to develop their finalized TV. So both are businesses, ABC Corporation, XYZ Corporation. Please observe. It happens in the major businesses like TV manufacturing, mobile manufacturing, even car manufacturing. You may be seeing a car from the Hyundai, but every part of that car not manufactured from the Hyundai itself. There will be n number of supporters to the Hyundai. There may be other companies which are delivering some products to Hyundai company as a spare parts. Hyundai buying spare parts from several companies and developing some of the parts from their Hyundai unit itself, finally making a car. So here, business to business, business to business. Let us see one more example. Mainly, hospital. They may be required lot of consumables. In the hospital, lot of consumables required. These consumables buying from another business. Come on. All hospitals, whatever required consumables, they're buying from other businesses. Business to business. Even mobile manufacturers, definitely they may not be manufacturing all the hardware parts by the same company. They will be getting some of the parts from other companies. Business to business. So here, in case of business to business, number of transactions are less, but each transaction quantity is more. While buying any consumables by hospital, it won't buy 1 unit or 2 units or 3 units. Buy as a bulk, lot of products they will be buying under one transaction. Business to business, number of transactions are less, but each transaction quantity is more. Here, business is trying to buy products from another business. They don't require to bother about a budget level. Why? Because they're trying to buy something from other businesses to make their business. ABC Corporation, they're buying some spare parts from XYZ Corporation to make a product from ABC Corporation. They'll go for bulk operations. In the e-commerce, B2B, it is like a less space because of number of transactions are very less. Number of transactions are very less. Each transaction quantity is a more. We can say like a number of transactions are less, but each transaction having several interactions between both the businesses. Observe this point. Each transaction will have lot of interactions between both the businesses. Definitely, there may be multiple levels of approvals. Why? Because transaction quantity is a more. Definitely, it should not go with a bribe or something. Definitely, multiple levels of approvals. In case of business to business, compared to e-commerce, workflow is more. Workflow. Workflow is more. Transaction initiating from one of the consent person from first business. Then it is going to his manager to approve. From there going to another manager to approve. Then going to the second business. The second business after receiving they have to approve in several stages. Then they have to send a quotation to the first business. First business people, they will be bargaining. Second business people, consent people, will be replying with the best quotation. Likewise, lot of workflow you can find in the B2B rather than exact e-commerce features. Definitely e-commerce is there in the online only. They keep interacting each other. Money flow also happening in the online itself. Definitely it is a e-commerce, but lot of workflow is happening. So because of several workflows, you definitely experienced people should involve in the B2B. Very experienced people. But here, projects are less number of projects. In the online, giving interaction from one business to another business, that too, number of transactions are less, and that too, each transaction having a lot of interactions. So, online provider may not be getting more business on B2B, but it varies. So we cannot say like it is a less in the e-commerce. It is also there, but compared to others, it is less. Move to the second one, B2C. Business to consumer, you can call like a business to customer also. Business to consumer. Here, every business will be taking more seriousness. Why? Because this is their bread and butter. They had to sell some of the products to consumers. Then only company business can survive. So, business to customer, whatever products they developed, whatever products they got from their customers, their clients, they had to sell. So they had to show to the consumer like variety of the products with a good look and feel, lot of features, whatever features available, every feature should be exposed. So catalog presentation should be very proper, it should be user friendly, and every product should display very well to the customer. So here business is providing options to the consumers to buy straight away without any middleman brokerage. There is no middleman involving here. Straight away consumer buying a product from product manufacturer, not the supplier, not the any other middleman brokerage. Business straight away to the consumer. Business straight away to the consumer. Here every consumer is a customer. Every human being can treat as a consumer nowadays. Even village people also trying to buy something in the online. So if India having 130 crores population, definitely we can say like a minimum 100 crores people are using online buying some of the things for their daily need. So for any of the online business, you can treat like a vital customers list is 100 crores only from India. But e-commerce is not limited to one country. It is for across the world. So you can see lot of customers. Business to customer. It is a very big, very vast lot of money flow happening. Lot more business to customer. So here several websites are there. In India itself, the famous websites for online buying and selling, online services purpose, you can find more than 1,000. I'm saying like a widely using the famous The websites which are having some significant customers, minimum we can find 1,000. Likewise, how many countries are there? In every country, business started in the online. Please observe. So if you consider, just to like a 100 countries, if you consider only 100 countries, each country 1,000 websites, likewise 100 countries, 100 into 1,000, you will be getting 1 lakh websites. 1 lakh websites. Definitely in every website, minimum 100 people will be working. In every website, definitely required minimum 100 people. Then how many employees required only for the e-commerce? 1 lakh into 100. It is 1 crore. But whatever examples I have taken, these are like very small examples. I am considering only 1,000 websites from India. I am considering only 100 countries. If you check it out, US, there itself you can find lakhs together websites. Lakhs together websites. That is why in down the line, e-commerce, one of the best target for the job. Definitely drastic increase. Whoever working in B2C, their salary crossing 15 to 18 lakhs within 3 years of the work. Within 3 years. Even in other fields also it is there, but only for extraordinary people they are getting this. In case of e-commerce, even average student, average person also getting 15 to 18 lakhs within 3 years. It's because of several reasons. 2 years before, it is also one of the domain, not like a peculiar. But now, because of this pandemic, it increased like anything. That is why salaries are going like a exponential. I could suggest to all the people, choose this as a right path to you. Definitely in down the line, definitely in down the line, more and more websites will become. Even small shop person, like a one simple colony shop, any simple colony shop, that person also will come forward to do something in the online for their customers. This is the very right time to improve e-commerce knowledge and learning some of the technologies which are required to develop online websites for e-commerce. B2C, business to consumer, business to customer. Customer straight away buying from the business. Customer straight away getting a service from the business. It is a vast, the huge like a potential. The third one, C2C, customer to customer. Here, sellers are customers, buyers also customers. You can also call like a consumer to consumer. One consumer, whoever consuming one type of product, he is a seller to another type of product. Customer to customer, consumer to consumer. He is consuming one type of product and selling other type of products. So what is the example for C2C? You know OLX. In the OLX, sellers are consumers only, customers only, buyers also, customers, consumers. C2C, customer to customer. Best example is OLX. Everybody knows OLX. In India, almost OLX is famous. Likewise, you may be having 10 or 15. Compared to B2C, we can treat like a little less. but definitely in every country there are several famous websites to customer. This is just because of most of the people using products for few years and then selling out to buy another variety of the product. So, customer after buying any of the product, he's using for 1 or 2 years. Whenever new variety product is coming into the market, he's selling to other people and he's buying to others. So he's only a seller, he's only a buyer. So C2C also improving in down the line much more. But B2C is a vast. B2C is a vast. You can check it out. In a month, how many products you are buying, how many products you are selling. Definitely in a month, you may be buying 3, 4 products. But in the same month, you may not be selling same. Yearly, you may be selling 2, 3 or maybe 5. But buying definitely it will be more. So B2C having a lot of scope. C2C also coming up. Definitely it will be coming up. Then the last one, C2B. Consumer to business, customer to business. This is very less, almost like a very less in the e-commerce. In the traditional, it may be still going on. In the traditional business, it may be going on, but in the e-commerce, it's not started. So consumer selling something to the business. Consumer selling something to the business. It's mainly like our farmers, whatever they produce, they're selling to businesses like a big bazaar, any vegetable or any other businesses. So our farmers selling their produced products from their cultivation, selling to the big businesses like a big bazaar, some other. It's like a less. More is not happening in India in the e-commerce, that is in the online. But in the traditional, like someone is going to the farmer's place and buying on the half of business like a big bazaar. Big bazaar will be having some middleman brokers. They are going to the farmers and they are buying the huge products from the farmers. That is still going on. So among all these 4 types, guys, second one is ultimate. We need to spend on the second one. We will be going through B2C only, not other. So we have to explore more on B2C. So we need to focus more on B2C, business to customer. For business to customer, what are the software platforms available? What are the software platforms available? Software platforms available for B2C. There are several. I can say like a hundreds together softwares available in across the world to develop B2C websites. To develop B2C websites, there may be thousands together software platforms available. I'm not listing all. I'm listing very important, widely using bigger platforms. The first and foremost one, You are keep hearing about SAP, SAP, SAP. SAP Commerce Cloud. SAP Commerce Cloud. It is one of the B2C platform. By using this SAP Commerce Cloud, we can develop any online e-commerce website. This SAP Commerce Cloud earlier it was called as a Hybris. There was a company called Hybris that took over by SAP, given a name as a SAP Commerce Cloud. Earlier, this entire software was managing by Hybris. Was managing by Hybris. Now, same took over by SAP and given a name as SAP Commerce Cloud. Come to the second one, guys. Oracle Commerce Cloud. Oracle Commerce Cloud. Earlier, there was a company called ATG. There was a company called ATG. That company took over by Oracle, and given a name as Oracle Commerce Cloud. Oracle Commerce Cloud. The next one, Salesforce Commerce Cloud. Earlier, there was a company called Demandware. That took over by Salesforce company and given a name as Salesforce Commerce Cloud. Please observe. Salesforce Commerce Cloud. Please observe. SAP Commerce Cloud, it is entirely different from the general SAP modules. Oracle Commerce Cloud, entirely different from the Oracle general products. Even Salesforce having several products. For a company, whatever products required, every product is there in the Salesforce, like a marketing purpose, sales purpose, HR purpose, finance purpose, even employee management, projects management, everything is available in the Salesforce. But Commerce Cloud is entirely different. It is an e-commerce platform from the Salesforce company. Most of the people giving a name as a just Salesforce. Salesforce is entirely different. This is entirely different. So this Commerce Cloud releasing from the Salesforce, that is why giving a name as a Salesforce Commerce Cloud. Earlier it was a Demandware. So there is one small doubt in the chart window. Examples for B2B and B2C. So we don't know much about B2B. This is completely managing by business organizations. We don't require to bother about anything related to B2B. It is something like a beyond. We don't require to bother anything. Here you need to consider like a business is making a transaction with another business. What are the examples and all? We don't require to bother. Then B2C examples are vast. B2C examples. Even you also can develop one online store? Please observe. We can develop one online store. N number of examples you can find for B2C. Whatever you are buying. So something like you can consider 80% of Amazon is B2C only. Internally, here also involving B2B and all. No need of bothering about how Amazon working internally. Consider how Amazon looking for the customers. Customers straight away buying from the Amazon.in. So you can consider that as a B2C. Flipkart.com, we can consider that as a B2C. Flipkart internally, they are buying something from other businesses, they are buying something from the farmers. We don't require to bother. Come on. For a customer, how it is looking, that we have to consider B2C. So nowadays, whatever we are doing in the online, 90% comes under B2C only. We are trying to buy something. We are trying to buy something from the online. Please observe. Come back to the software platforms available for B2C. All these softwares can be used for other type of e-commerce also. Other type of e-commerce also. But our focus main as B2C. In the B2C, the main using softwares. Here I didn't list most of the software platforms. Even IBM also having one software platform. In every country, several companies developed their own platforms for online e-commerce purpose. I just listed very important three softwares. So here we will focus more on Salesforce Commerce Cloud. In the next session, I will provide more information on B2C and how this B2C can be implemented through Salesforce Commerce Cloud. Please observe. Today's session is just like a what is what related to e-commerce. So we got to know like B2C is our target. B2C is our target. Knowing every information of B2C, then the second one, how we can implement B2C solutions by using Salesforce Commerce Cloud. You can also call as a SFCC, Salesforce Commerce Cloud. Most of the people calling this as a SFCC. You can call this as a SFCC. This will be our target in the next sessions. This is all about today. Do you have any kind of queries from this simple 1 hour session? Anybody having any kind of queries?
Sir, earlier SAP trading can be done some well-known software companies like Nokia, Siemens, like this. But what are the uses now of SAP?
I don't think that this question is relevant. Can you please repeat one more time?
Sir, earlier SAP training done by some well-known companies like Nokia, Siemens. So now also maybe I don't know, but and it was very expensive at that time. So I just want to know what about present situation of SAP.
So you are asking like a SAP training is given by other companies, whether it is going like that or changed.
Yeah.
Okay. See, even I too also don't know anything. Uh, it may be continuing, and now several online like learning platforms are there. They might have given some other people, so we don't know exactly, and it is our non-essential question. No need of bothering about that. Abhishek again giving B2B example. Don't bother about B2B example. Even I also don't know. We don't require. We are not considering B2B more. We are mainly bothering about B2C. Our target is here B2C with Salesforce Commerce Cloud. So that is why you should know what is B2B, but examples and all we don't require to bother. The second one, Muhammad Azhar. SFCC open source or paid platform? Yeah, it is very good question. It is not a open source and it is not like a downloadable. You will be getting one login. Through that login, you need to connect to the software which is running in the cloud. The total software is running in the cloud. Software as a platform. Software as a platform in the cloud. So from our local system, through internet, we will be connecting to the software whichever is available in the cloud. Whichever is available in the cloud, we can keep using that software from there. So it is not a open source. It is not a downloadable. You had to use a login to connect to that software. We have to use a login to connect to the software. That login cost is very expensive. It is not a free login. It's very expensive. According to the sources, I got to know like it is a $500 for every month. Please observe, $500 for every month. Usage of the software is very expensive. It's not a downloadable. If it is a downloadable, definitely we can able to go for some kind of pirated softwares. Definitely hackers might have come forward with the pirating. This software cannot be downloaded. It is running in the cloud only. You need to interact from your system to the cloud. You cannot interact straight away. You have to use the login. That login cost every month. The login cost for every month. The login cost for every month, it's $500 for one login for 1 month. Next month again you have to pay the same. So it's very expensive operation. That is why no institute can start Salesforce Commerce Cloud training. Very fortunately, we got the agreement from the Capgemini. They have given 10 logins to us. We are using those logins. The next question, Shubham Gupta. Differences between Salesforce and Salesforce Commerce Cloud. I already told Salesforce, it is a vast software. Salesforce having n number of products. Salesforce company releasing n number of products. N number of products. Lot of products it is releasing. One product for marketing purpose. One product for sales purpose. One product for finance. Several. For a company, whatever required, all are available. This Salesforce Commerce Cloud is e-commerce platform. E-commerce platform. Salesforce Commerce Cloud. My sincere advice, don't use the term as a Salesforce. If you use a term as a Salesforce, most of the people confusing like they're thinking this is a one among available Salesforce products. Salesforce containing lot of products. It is a company, it released several products. It is a company released several products. Commerce Cloud is Demandware, a software called Demandware. They have took over by Salesforce people and they are releasing with the name as Commerce Cloud. We cannot differentiate between Salesforce and SFCC. Come on, guys. Salesforce, it's like a standard products, lot more are there. SFCC is a software releasing by the Salesforce, but originally not developed by Salesforce. It is developed by Demandware, and they have taken. You might have seen like a lot of Salesforce training institutes, lot of online resources. If you are trying to learn any Salesforce developer course or admin course, you don't require any login access and all. Sorry, buying a login. You can straight away practice through Trailhead. It is free. Even Salesforce, the developer course or admin course, both are cloud based only, but the cloud based is free to connect. No need of buying any licenses. This SFCC you can treat like a separate. Don't compare with the Salesforce. It is completely separate. You cannot log in straight away. You have to use some paid login. Are you clear now? Any other people having any kind of doubts?
No.
In case of B2C, business to customer, lot of things needs to be considered. I can say like the toughest among all the softwares. I can say the tough among all the softwares, toughest software, Salesforce Commerce Cloud. Any further queries? If you don't have any queries, I'll just wind up this session. Thank you for joining. We will see in another class.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Muhammad Ajar asking like, is there any certification for this? Yes. SFCC having one certification. If you clear that certification, definitely salary will be more compared to non-certified people. Lot of value is there for the certification. It is very advisable to get a certification from the SFCC.